I grew my business to over 8 figures in sales in 5 years, and in this video, I'm going to cover the lead generation strategies that I have used to fuel that growth. It's always exciting to start a new business, but pretty soon you realize how screwed you are if you don't have a steady flow of customers, because most of us getting into business simply don't have a full pipeline of people who want to buy our products. This happened to me when I started, so I know firsthand the struggle. I sold my products at first to my friends and family, but that market dried up quicker than my lips on a ski trip, and I'm going on a ski trip soon, so that's why I say it. I packed my chapstick. Unlike most people, I decided to take ownership of the situation and committed to mastering lead generation. And therefore, I want you to commit right now to mastering lead generation for your business. Now, I was broke. I had absolutely no money and I had no idea how to run paid ads. When that feeling of helplessness hits your stomach, most entrepreneurs quit. Don't be one of them. They are the P words. But fortunately, I didn't. I committed to mastering this and creating a pipeline for myself, and I have done that. And today, I have over 1,000 leads per day. And since I had no idea what I was doing and no money, I started with the C word: cold calling and cold outreach and cold door knocking. Yes, cold calling works, cold door knocking works. It might not be the most exciting or sexy or flashy thing. I'm going to cover some more exciting forms of lead generation further into this video, but this is the only thing that I could afford to do when I started. I didn't know how to do it, therefore I learned through trial and error, but eventually it worked. And I generated enough revenue so that doing that would pay my bills, and I had enough cash to pocket and save some money. Basically, my cold calling and cold door knocking skill was walking into someone's business and asking the people there if they wanted to buy my product. That's literally what it is. I just went to as many people as I possibly could and asked them if they wanted to buy our products or purchase any of the services that I offered. To be honest, I absolutely hated it. It was not fun, but sometimes you got to do things that aren't fun when you're starting a business, because that's kind of what it is, right? It's like, don't sign up to be an entrepreneur if you don't want to do the things that come with being an entrepreneur. Some people on Facebook, though, I got really jealous. I saw some people on Facebook running social media ads, and I committed to learning those. But I always look for the easy way out. So I took some of my cold calling profits and I paid someone to teach me how to do it. And that was probably the best investment I have ever made in my entire life. Since then, I've learned how to run ads on Facebook, Google, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok using the methods that I used in that course and that I learned in that course. And like I said, today there's over 1,000 leads that I have coming in from both paid ads and organic content that I post for my brand to have organic traffic coming in. Let's start with paid ads first, because those will get you an immediate injection of people into your sales funnel that you can turn an immediate profit on. And it's very important to learn the skills you need to convert those sales so you don't lose a ton of money. Therefore, you should definitely try some form of cold outreach or selling to people that you don't really know. You don't know if they're interested in your product or not, because it's really going to help you increase your skill faster, so that when you do get those people who are interested in your product or service through ads, you'll be able to totally crush it. So the first ad platform I'm going to cover is Facebook. There's been a lot of controversy about Facebook sharing people's personal information, which can be annoying for users from a privacy standpoint, but it's a blessing for advertisers because Facebook wants to help you. They want to show your ads to people that will buy your products, because the more that they buy, the more you are going to spend on ads. Now, I fortunately found someone who mastered ads in my industry and already knew how to run them, but today it's even easier. Like, you don't have to find someone who's a specialist in your niche anymore. You can actually hack ads without being a computer hacker. Ready for the secret? If you know Google, you can do this. Just Google Facebook Ads Library. Facebook Ads Library is a collection of all the ads currently running on Facebook and Instagram. You can use that tool to search for keywords in your industry. It's pretty easy to use. When the link pops up for Facebook Ads Library, click on it, search all ad types or all categories or whatever, and just type a word that's specific to your industry. If you're in like credit repair, just type credit repair in the ads line or the search bar, and it'll bring up ads on credit repair. Now, you'll see which ads are already working. How do you know which ads are already working? Well, look for ones that have been running for a month or two. If they've been running for a month or two, they work, because people aren't going to pay money for a month or two if they're not working. You don't want to copy the ad directly though. You just want to model it. Therefore, you should use your own business acumen and expertise in your experience to come up with similar ideas. When you structure your ads, you want to think of pictures, videos, descriptions, and headlines. Those are the components of the ad. A picture or a video, a description description, and then there's a headline and a call to action, which is like learn more, click here, sign up, something like that. But you want to think of what will hit the pain points of your customer. And what you can do, you can take the ads that are already working, copy the headlines, the descriptions, and put them in ChatGPT and say, hey, these are ads that are already working in my space. Give me some similar ideas that target my customers' pain points. So ChatGPT can help you with it if you're not sure, and you can even use some of the ideas Chat comes up with and modify them, or you can come up with your own ideas. I found that usually the more simple, the better. You don't have to explain your whole product or service in 5-paragraph essay in the ad description. I found just like a few sentences that piques their interest are important. You want to get something that hooks them in. Then when they click and they go to the sales page, which I'll get into in a little bit here, building out the sales page, that's where you want to present your offer. So that's what I do right now. On my ads, I have hooks, images, and videos, and I'm constantly trying to come up with new videos and images and new ideas and putting new things and testing new things to see what's going to work, if something will work better. Most of them don't really work that well, but you do have to come up with a lot of variation, and I'm going to get into just a second here how you can do that. But stop. The key word here is variation. This is actually the only way to figure out which ads will work on Facebook or all the other platforms. And the whole ad itself is called a creative. So where I was talking about the headline, the description, and the image of the video, that's called a creative. And all those things make up the creative. Creating variations of each creative is crucial to finding which creative or which ad will work best for you. Therefore, you always want to start out on Facebook ads. I always start out with a feature called Dynamic Creative. This allows you to post multiple images, videos, headlines, and descriptions, and then it runs them all in different combinations and different variations to figure out which one works best. It's super cool and can save you a ton of time and a ton of money because they do all the legwork. Instead of you having 10 videos that you have to test against 10 different headlines, against 5 different descriptions or whatever, you just let Facebook and Instagram do it and they'll figure it out. And they'll say, wow, on Instagram, this one works better. On Facebook feed, this one works better. On Facebook stories, this one works better. So all you have to do is make the content, put it in there, and they will do all the legwork for you. The algorithm has gotten so much better in the last few years. Like, it's absolutely incredible. So if you're not running paid ads yet, start now. I don't care if you get free traffic. If you're like, I don't need ads because I have free traffic, you sound like an idiot because you're losing money. Because it's like, cool, take that money from free traffic and double it up on ads, right? I mean, I don't know. That's my logic anyway. I think you go to business.facebook.com, just search set up Meta business account on Google. Also search on YouTube, how do I set up a Facebook business account? There'll be plenty of tutorials on there that'll show you exactly how to do it. If you want to learn how to structure the ads and create the ads in the ad builder, I actually have a video I created. I'm going to put it in the description of this video. That video will teach you how to build out the campaigns and the ad set and the ad level, because there's 3 levels. There's a campaign level, an ad set level, and then an ad level. It'll walk you through all of that, and it'll actually build an ad out for you. Now, that video is specific to a certain industry, but the framework is still the same. Maybe you don't think it'll work for your business. If that's the case, drop a comment and let me know what your business is. Maybe we can help you out. But you don't want to just stop at Facebook. Facebook will post Instagram ads for you too, so you don't need to worry about learning Instagram separately, because once you learn Facebook, you learned Instagram. The algorithm will do all the work for you. But the next monster you want to tackle is Google. Facebook is like Google's little brother or whatever, right? Like, Google gets a bit more complicated, I think, because they have so much more data, and the analytics tool is a little bit more complicated in setting up the ads and the targeting and the audiences and everything else. I'm not going to get into the details of that for this video, but you can learn the way I did just by searching for tutorials on YouTube. If you're an entrepreneur and a business owner, you have to be self-taught on some of these things. You got to just take initiative to go out and learn it. The time that you're going to invest into learning these things is going to pay you tenfold, or pay someone else to show you how to do it. Now, Google ads are way more versatile than Facebook, but the barrier to entering them is a little bit more challenging. Plus, they can be a little bit more expensive than Facebook when starting out, but eventually they do go down in price and they get a little cheaper. So therefore, if you have a very small budget, I would focus on Facebook ads first, and then wait till you have about $750 to $1,000 a month to spend for 1 month before Google starts to pick up on who your audience is and starts to really lower that lead cost. So I found Google ads and YouTube ads, they'll be more expensive starting out, and then they'll trickle down over time, whereas Facebook will start out cheap usually and then increase in price as the audience gets exhausted and they run through everybody. Because think about it, way more people use Google than Facebook. Now, setting up an account to advertise on Google is just like Facebook. You go to ads.google.com to set it up. I haven't figured out how to pirate ads on Google like you can on Facebook using Facebook ads library, but that's okay. Just use the ads that work on Facebook, use similar headlines and descriptions and variations, and just test them out. Put them on there and run some campaigns and see what works. Like that's how everybody figures it out, right? Like everybody who has ads that are working really well, they either paid someone who already knew how to do it to show them. If you're trying to figure out who to pay to learn this stuff, I would go to marketing agencies and Facebook ads companies that have already learned these things specific to the niche, or other business owners that you see running ads. Maybe you can pay them a few $1,000s to show you how to run these ads. You can still, like I said, use the same variations that you used on Facebook. Therefore, do that, put in different variations, different headlines, text, and images, and let Google do the work and figure out which ones work for you. But I would never just go set up like one ad with one picture, one description, one headline. Like, no, you got to constantly be thinking of new ads to put in, running new tests and A/B tests on all the different ads. My favorite part about Facebook and Google ads is that once you have some data built up, you can actually retarget the people who have engaged with your ads before. What that means is they take people who have either engaged, clicked, or purchased and moved all the way through the process of your funnel. You can pick which ones you want and it'll show them the ad again. So maybe people who engaged with the post, you want to show them the ad again. Maybe people who clicked, you want to show them the ad again and maybe have a different type of upsell or sale in there. Maybe there was something about it that they didn't like. Show them a different variation of your sales page or of the ad. And then people who purchased, you can show them ads to upsell or move them through your sales pipeline to purchase bigger offers. Maybe if someone starts with a $97 offer that you have, you can show them an ad for a $1,000 or $2,000 offer to maybe move them up, because now they already have that trust built. They might just spend that money through an ad. These are called retargeting campaigns. Ultimately, this lets you keep following up with people until they eventually buy. I use these to sell all types of different things online, and it helps so much for retargeting people and keeping people in the pipeline. And then it's almost like they know me when they buy because they keep seeing it over and over. Think of it like the infomercial. If you have ever wanted to buy something off an infomercial, you've probably seen it a few times before you were like, oh man, like I want to get that. Even ads online, you guys have been retargeted with ads. You're probably being retargeted with ads right now. I grew up fishing with my dad, and we would always love testing out new baits and new lures to see which worked best. Power bait. We used to go trout fishing. If anybody's been trout fishing, you use power bait off the bottom. It floats off the bottom. It's this stinky, like marshmallow substance, like fluff substance material that's not so sticky. And there's all different colors. So we used to try to figure out what color power bait's going to work this season or this year or whatever. And once we had the color, it was like, boom, they would nail it. It was like orange was an easy go-to, but sometimes rainbow would be hitting. Creating ads is like the same thing. It's like figuring out what type of power bait you're going to use. You create a new image, a new ad, a new headline, a new description, a new smell, a new picture, right? Essentially, that's what it is. They see it, they can feel it, and it attracts customers just like we were trying to attract trout, and then it pushes them to a website. The guy who showed me how to run digital ads used a website builder called ClickFunnels. My favorite thing about ClickFunnels is that they hold weekly coaching calls to help you build your websites. They have tons of training videos, and they even have an AI website builder that builds your site for you. It's super cool. You can put all types of buttons and upsells and different things and like different cart designs, and it's amazing. It's the best platform out there for building sales funnels, so definitely check it out. I'll put a link in the description of the video. It's actually super fun to use, and it's an easy thing to nerd out on as an entrepreneur. And once you get good at it, you're unstoppable. Now, right now, I'm currently running ads on Instagram, Google, Facebook, and YouTube. Like I said, I get over 1,000 leads a day. That's not just from the ads though, that includes organic traffic as well. Now, most people would not know how to handle that type of volume, but we figured it out. We have all of our leads funneled into a CRM program called Go High Level. It's fully customizable and lets us follow up with all of our leads and manage them through automations like automated text and emails and email workflows and manual actions and all that stuff. It's incredible. It'll save you a ton of time. Very easy to organize and set up. Go check out Go High Level. And the cool thing is, most things you have to pay every month, and every time you add a user, you have to pay for that user too. But with Go High Level, it's one monthly rate and you get to add unlimited users. So it's incredible. It saves a ton of money too, especially if you're scaling your company with sales representatives. Now, paid ads are great, but the problem I ran into with paid ads, and that everybody runs into, is that once the ads are off, the money coming in stops. So I knew that I had to also figure out how to generate organic traffic by building my brand on social media. The problem was, when I started, I didn't have time to build up that traffic. So I used paid ads to could get money right away, then I took that money to learn how to grow an organic audience. Haven't really mastered Instagram, and Facebook's kind of weird, but I have created significant traction for myself on YouTube with a few different channels other than this one. I love YouTube. I think it's way better than Instagram because you can build a better following. I personally think YouTube viewers have a stronger rapport with the creator that they're watching than Instagram followers do with the people they're following, because Instagram is very superficial. Plus, you have to be yourself on YouTube. People fake their lifestyle on Instagram all the time with pictures and short video clips of them with like a Lamborghini that they probably rented or whatever. But it's hard to fake that on YouTube, right? Because think about it, Instagram, you can rent a Lamborghini, take like 100 pictures and make sure that like you post one or one decent video and then use clips on that for like a year. But YouTube, you're gonna have a 20 to 30 minute video that may take you several hours or days to film. So it's like, okay, what am I gonna rent this Lambo for a year? YouTube rewards you when you're genuine, when who you are, because your audience is gonna sniff out if you're lying on YouTube really fast, or if you're not being genuine, or if something's going on. It's hard to fake it on YouTube. YouTube's cool because I can come on here and be myself. I love that. And when I started my YouTube journey, I tried to do like all different things. Like if you look at some of my first videos, it was just like, I don't know, so stupid stuff. I put like PlayStation in my thumbnail and I never even talked. I was thinking, oh, it's a trending topic. So like PS5 had just come out. So I was like, oh, maybe people will watch. It's just so stupid. It like pains me to even talk about it. Now, I know you may not know how to build a social media following, but I didn't know how to do it when I started either. I paid a guy named Daryl Eves $6,000 to join his YouTube coaching group called Channel Jumpstart. I met a guy at a business conference who gave me Daryl's book, or didn't give it to me, recommend that I buy it. I bought it, I read it. I'm like, man, this guy knows YouTube. He's like the YouTube OG. Then I looked him up online. He had a program, Channel Jumpstart, and I bought it. And it was like $6,000. But if you don't know who Daryl is the king, boss, Skywalker, overlord, noble, guru of YouTube. Yes, all of that. I put a link to the course in the description of the video. $6,000 wasn't cheap for me at the time. I didn't even have the money. I put it on a credit card because when you're an entrepreneur, you have to make investments like that. But now I make more than that in a day sometimes because of what Daryl taught me in that course. My YouTube channels generate thousands of dollars in sales every single week, and that's pretty much on autopilot. Especially on one of the channels, I don't even really need to post much anymore because the content is what's called evergreen and people can just watch it over and over and over again, and it doesn't need new updates and new episodes and all that stuff. Now, it took me a few years to get my channels to this point, and I couldn't wait a few years to start making money. So that's why I use paid ads at first. But if you don't want to take a long time to grow your audience, stick around for this next topic because I'm going to go over how you can grow your social account fast. Now, the last way I'm going to cover here of how I get leads, which blends into the organic traffic because it can help you grow your social faster. This is with affiliate partnerships in paying people to actually promote your channel. So this can help catapult your following and your social accounts as well by networking with other leaders in your industry, asking them to be on their social media platforms. It's kind of like pay to play. So I've hosted them on my YouTube channels and they've hosted me on their YouTube channels. Some guys have had to pay to be on their channels. Totally cool. And it's helped me gain a following and gain new audience, a bigger audience, which has helped me sell more products. Now, the best way to do this is just one, get in the room. So a lot of these guys I've met at business conferences. So I go somewhere and I meet people who are very influential. If you go and spend $5,000 or $10,000 to hang out with people for a couple days, everybody there is spending $5,000 or $10,000. So you're gonna be with some ballers. Even if you don't have the money, it's the type of thing that getting in the room with those people can help change your life. I found the best way to grow a social network quickly, other than making good content. Well, the best way is to create good content that's engaging for the viewer. Don't pay to promote your page. So I have friends who will ask me, hey, should I pay to boost this post or whatever? Don't pay to boost a post. You want to pay to boost ads. It's two different things. Instead of paying to boost a post, pay to be on someone's channel who is in a similar industry as you or similar niche, or who their followers could be your customers. Remember, building a brand on social media is never about your brand. Your brand actually doesn't mean anything to the platform. The viewer is the only thing that matters. So you want to think about building a brand that appeals to your audience, appeals to the viewer. You want to make content that appeals to the viewer and that they're going to want to watch, comment on, engage with, and share. Check out other leaders in your industry. Research what they do and model your content after theirs. Don't copy what they do, just model it. There's a difference. If someone puts a good reel on Instagram that gets a ton of tractions and they are in your industry, maybe you can make a similar video with a spin on it. You can search on Instagram, search for a hashtag that your audience might follow, and then see what the most trending videos in that niche are for that hashtag. Find out, use that same trending audio, and then you make a video that's very similar to the one they made and put another little spin on it. There you have it. Those are the ways that I generate leads to fuel our ever-increasing 8-figure sales volume. Drop a comment if you'd like me to go more in depth on any of the things I've discussed here, and let me know what challenges you're running into in your business's lead generation. I'll see you on the next video.